Chair people, welcome, no mai haere mai, to my Tomb Raider movie review. Me, the bro, and my sister, we went out, watched it last night, and today I thought, you know what, sort of gathering my thoughts and that, I thought, okay, I'll do a review about it, just my thoughts. Now, I did make a video prior talking about the Tomb Raider trailer and how it kind of looked a bit soft and I did sort of get an M-rated vibe, similar to Assassin's Creed, and how Assassin's Creed. Now, I'm a big fan of the franchise, of the video game franchise, but that Assassin's Creed movie I think it was a hit and miss. It just wasn't as good as it could have been. And that's what I was skeptical about. I was like, okay, is this Tomb Raider going to be another Assassin's Creed? But I've seen it, watched it, and to be quite honest, I was surprised at what I watched. I was expecting worse a little bit. I don't want to be ratchet or anything, but I did expect another Assassin's Creed movie. But when I watched it, it was actually all right. It was like a decent video game film, and I think this Tomb Raider might be the best we're gonna get in terms of video game movies. But hopefully, because Hollywood still hasn't quite hit that sweet spot, or it's always been a hit and miss with these video game movies. I don't know why, but I don't know if it's the directors or if it's the actors or maybe if it's just Hollywood in general, but they just haven't quite hit the nail with these video game films. It's always been a bit off, and this Tomb Raider, although it is very good, but it still feels a bit cramped with like a lot of stuff in it. Now, before I go any further, this is going to be a spoiler review. So if you haven't seen the film, I don't know, go see it, I guess, if you want to, but other than that, yeah, I'm going to spoil the story now, so if anyone wants to stop, then stop watching my video, but yeah, okay, so we're done, we ready? Okay, so with the movie, it is kind of, they have taken a lot of ideas and even Lara Croft's outfit in that, it's all been sort of taken from the video game reboot, and I did like it. I liked the especially Alicia Vikander as Lara Croft. I think she was great. I think the best thing out of this movie was the actress, Alicia Vikander. I thought she done a good portrayal of Lara Croft. I thought she was bloody good, and I can see why the director had casted her for the for Lara. I thought she was a really good actress, and I've seen this actress before in Ex Machina. I don't know if that's how you say it, but or Machina or Machina. I don't know. Someone's. I don't know. I don't know how to say it, but in that one she plays as like a robot in that. So I have seen this actress before. I did really like her in that film, and so as Lara Croft, I think she hit it. She was like one of the best things out of this film, as well as that Goggins guy who played as the villain. I thought that he was pretty good too, but again, just a shallow Marvel villain. It kind of, he kind of gave me that, just the way he was written and the way the villain was, it just, he just sort of came off as, your typical Marvel villain, just bad, just evil, and he's the villain, so that's that, and he wants to find this tomb, and he'll do anything to, to get what he wants. Just your typical normal Marvel villain. What's his name? Walton Goggins, as Vogel. I thought he was pretty good, but again, just your typical villain. the supporting actor, what's his face? Daniel Wu. He played as Lu Ren. I thought he was pretty good, although he did have an American accent, which I thought was kind of weird, because it's like, wait, hold on, I thought she was in Asia or Japan, because the island of Yamatai is sort of off of Japan a bit, it's sort of around Japan, so so to hear Lu sort of speak Japanese, and then he spoke with an American accent, I'm like, oh, okay, so he's like Japanese American but lives in Japan. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, look, that might be a nitpick, but that's kind of something that I sort of noticed. I was like, wait, so he lives in Japan, but he's got an American accent though? Yeah, I don't know. That was just something I could be wrong. Maybe, yeah, but no, but he was good. I liked him, and I was hoping to see a little bit more from him in the film, but he was just sort of a supporting actor, that was it. But yeah, I did like him though. He's pretty cool. As well as the father, Lara's father, Dominic West. I don't mind this fella too. I've seen him in a few roles in that. He's pretty good, but his character, I don't know. You see, here's the thing with Lara's father. I don't know if he really needed to be in the film though. Because, like, for me, I thought this whole film, although it was good, but I thought it was really cluttered with a lot of stuff. Because you've got Lara and her, and she's, lost her father. She left Croft Manor and then lives on a... You see, someone needs to explain to me. So Lara, right, leaves, so her father, leaves. She goes to high school or whatever, finishes high school, and then she leaves the Croft Manor and to go and live on a roof somewhere in London. Have I got that right? Because I was like, wait, is this her pad? Because you sort of see her crib, when she was sort of looking out on a rooftop in London, a random rooftop, I don't know where, and I'm just like, wait, is this her crib? Is this where she lives? I don't know, it was kind of weird, because she left Croft Manor to live on a roof. I don't know. It's so there's that bit. Lara Croft, and as well as she hasn't gone to university, because her father asks her, have you gone to university? She says no. I'm like, oh, okay. So this Lara isn't, she's not archaeologist based, because she hasn't gone to study anything, so she doesn't really do archaeology and all of that, and so this Lara is more action based Lara, because she's pretty much ripped. She was already ripped before she went to go find her father on the island and that. So this Lara doesn't do archaeology, but she's really into her fitness, and she goes to the gym. She does her mixed martial arts, and she probably eats healthy with her shakes and her and her food and that. So yeah, so this Lara was very different to not only the video game but the past Tomb Raider movies that we've seen this, and I didn't know. I still like the archaeologist based Lara. This new version of Lara was, I don't know, didn't seem to sort of fit, because she wasn't an archaeologist, but she was really hardcore into her fitness and goes to the gym and all of that. So I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, so this movie is pretty much about Lara going to find her father. That's it. It's not really tomb raiding, although the movie is called Tomb Raider. It's not really about tomb raiding, it's just Lara trying to find her father, and goes to an island, and there happens to be a tomb on this mysterious island. Yeah, I don't know, I thought they could have done better with that. I thought, it's like, is that it? Is that it? Oh well. Yeah, so you got Lara, you've also got Trinity, which is again another evil organization, corporation that the Croft actually owns, or that are underneath, you know, the Croft company and that. So they own Penta. Is that what? Pentra? Something like that. So they own that company, and that's an evil company, Trinity, and that. And then you've got the flashbacks with Lara and the father. It just, I don't know, it just seemed all cramped up and stuff. I would have been like, for me, I think it would have been really cool if you had have taken Trinity away, you know, taken her father out of the picture and just had her, and just had Lara going to Yamatai, the island of Yamatai, to, you know, look for this ancient artifact, to look for this tomb. Like, I think that would have been a better story rather than Lara trying to find her father. I just thought it was a bit, I don't know, it just seemed a bit weird, and the whole story is trying to cram all of this stuff, as well as a potential sequel right at the end where there's some more scenes with the with Nick Frost, or whatever his name is, you know, as the pawn shop owner, and she sees these guns in the back there, and she's like, oh, what's that? Let me have a look at that. And it's just like, oh, okay, you know, and then she picks up these guns and be like, I want two. You know, I'm like, oh, okay, so she's a killer. You know, so okay, so she's a killer, and as well as it was just kind of, it was just a bit weird, but overall I did like it. It was cool and all, but it's just, it wasn't the way that I thought the film was going to go. And I just thought it would have been a lot better if they had have cut away the Trinity, cut away the father, and his hidden room, and, you know, I don't know. I think that all of those kind of, it's cluttered up the film. I think it would have been better if she went to university, if Lara went to university, you know. She's gone to do her own thing. She likes her archaeology stuff. And she goes and finds a team of archaeologists, and they all go out to find this tomb off the coast of Japan, and then they get shipwrecked. You know, that's what I liked about the video game, because that's what that was about. It was just her and her group of friends and that, and archaeologist mates, and they go off and find this tomb. You know, I like that story. This story is jam-packed full of stuff that I don't know if it was really needed, to be quite honest. And then you've got the tomb itself, right, with the island. Now, on the island, right, Lara talks to, she gets captured, and the next morning she talks to Vogel, the villain, right, and he says that they've been stranded on this island, the island of Yamatai, for roughly 7 years, and that it's nearly impossible to land on the island alive. So that's like considered a miracle, but it's actually impossible to even leave the island. So he said that coming to the island alive is a miracle within itself, and leaving the island is just impossible. It's like there's no way you can leave the island, because of how the weather is, and it's just any ship that sails through crashes, and any aeroplane or chopper or whatever, it just gets, you know, it gets destroyed. You know, so they've been, so Vogel and his friends have and his mate, you know, people of mercenaries and that, have all come to this island. They're stranded for 7 years. And so there's no way to get off the island. They're pretty much stranded. Whereas right at the end of the film, right, a helicopter, a chopper comes and lands on the island, all nice and neatly, and it's like, wait, hold on, how did that chopper get to the island of Yamatai without crashing? Like, you know, because Vogel says that it's like impossible, like it's nearly impossible to land on the island, let alone trying to leave the island. So not only did this magical chopper come and happen to land on the island of Yamatai, but Lara Croft and her friends used this chopper to leave the island, and she got home to London without any problems. And I'm just like, huh. Well, that's convenient, because you see, in the Tomb Raider reboot video game, it's cursed, right? This island is cursed, and and Lara and her friends find out that the only way to leave the island of Yamatai is to break the curse. Once the curse is broken, the sea is calm. There's no more storms. It's like, because the curse is broken, everything goes back to normal, and Lara and her friends are able to leave the island safely. Whereas in this movie, apparently you can't. It's sort of you can't leave the island because there is no curse. You see, in the movie there's no curse. It's just really bad weather. Because in the video game it was cursed, and the only way to leave the island was to break the curse. But in the movie there is no curse. It's just bad weather, and it's like, so are you telling me in those 7 years you were stranded, there wasn't like a day where it was actually calm? Like, I don't know. And then right at the end of the film, the chopper comes and lands on the island all like without a scratch. And I'm just like, huh? Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how I feel. It's, yeah, I mean, it could be a nitpick. Maybe someone needs to tell me, because in the movie there was no supernatural. It was just a disease, pretty much. There was no supernatural element to the movie. There was hinting one, like the father, Lara Croft's father, was hinting at maybe something more, something supernatural, but in the end it wasn't. It was just a disease. And it was like, okay, but how does this disease explain the out of it weather that this island has, with the big storms and the big waves and all of that? How do you explain that? And I don't know. It's a bit weird. And then at the end, the chopper comes and saves them, and they all leave the island, and Lara goes back to London, and everything's fine. And it's like, oh, well, there you go. There's nothing much I can really say about that. Someone else will have to explain that to me. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to say. The movie, it was really good. It had some really good action scenes. Alicia Vikander as Lara Croft was like the best thing out of the movie. But overall, I think it was just too much cluttered with all of this other stuff, plus some sequel scenes, right at the end, where it like implies maybe, hopefully, they get a sequel and they'll do a trilogy maybe. But I think that you could have chopped all of those bits out and just and you fellas, like, the movie could have been just about Lara finding an ancient artifact, and I think that would have been a lot more better and just less cluttered than this movie. It just felt like there's a lot of backstory, a lot of characters explaining what had happened in the past and stuff. It's just like, ugh. Where's the video game where's the video game there, the reboot, was just about Lara and her surviving, as well as she's doing her archaeology thing, finding artifacts, uncovering the mysteries of this island of Yamatai. I thought that was cool. But yeah, I mean, for me, I think the video game reboot a lot better than the film, though, to be quite honest. Yeah. So if you want to really, this new Tomb Raider, if I had to choose between watching the film or playing the reboot video game, I would suggest you go play the video game. The movie is okay, but I think the video game does it better. That's just my opinion. I don't know how everyone else feels. Maybe you you thought the movie was better than the video, but nah, for me, man, I'm sorry, video game is way better than the movie, definitely. It just has a better storyline. But that's just me. Should you go and see the movie? I don't know. To be quite honest, I don't want to be ratchet or anything, but I don't know. I mean, I don't even think I'd want to watch it again. I don't know if I'd buy it on Blu-ray neither. It's okay. Maybe I will, because I love Alicia Vikander. Like, she's just... And her abs, oh my goodness. Whew, she had me sweating in the theatre. Anyways, let's just move on. Okay. But yeah, for me, yeah, video games are better. With that being said, hope you fellas enjoyed my review. I think I kind of talked a bit, I think I sort of blabbered on a bit. But yeah, that's it. Those are my thoughts. Should you watch it on the film? Maybe. I don't know, or maybe just wait for it to come out on 123 movies or something, or Go Movies. Yeah, it's okay. It's like a good Netflix movie. It's like a pretty good Netflix movie, but I don't know, a film to go watch. I don't know, maybe not. But that's just my thoughts. That's it. I'm done. Hope you fellas are well. Look after yourselves. That's my review. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you fellas up in my next video. Peace.